Yes, people! Ali here at 16 bits and bobs. Yes, we're going back to the old school again. You know we do. The 16-bit days, the golden days, the heydays, the best days of gaming, Super NES, Neo Geo, Mega Drive, all those early arcade games from the early 90s, the best days of gaming, right? Oh, if you're here for PS5, wrong channel, my friend. This is an exciting one because it's been an exciting week. Done a brand new intro sequence. Can't wait to show that. Also, it was EGX. Did you go to it? It was disappointing and fun in different ways. Not so much for new games. There was a massive presence. There wasn't a big presence from Sony or Nintendo. But retro gamers were having the most fun. Of course we were. I, for the first time ever, played a Virtua Boy. I've never played one before. It had Wario on it. And I was impressed with the 3D graphics. Well, the 3D-ness, the 3D effect, the redness, and it was amazing. Oh, Mr. Lee, hold on the stakes. Swap shop, get a Virtua Boy. I would love to see one, Mr. Retro Chef. I'd love to see a Virtua Boy on there. I might be tempted. I'm going to have to check out eBay. I don't want to check out eBay, but I might have to. So, what we're talking about today? Well, let's just get a little bit excited and let's turn up the enthusiasm just a little. Cool stuff! Let's turn up that enthusiasm for... Yes! Castle of Illusion, of course it is. By the way, I tried shooting that intro Lord of the Rings style. Do you know when he falls back and the ring goes flying and then it lands onto the finger? I tried shooting that. It didn't go very well. I had to do my own version. This is how it went. It looked awful. It looked terrible.
All right. Yeah.
Just looks like I'm sitting down. Just looks like I'm sitting down in a really weird way. So we are talking about Mickey, Castle of Illusion, 1990 on the Sega Mega Drive. It's part of the series. There's World of Illusion, Land of Illusion, Legend of Illusion. This is my favourite one. Actually, I've got also here, right here, World of Illusion. This was a great two-player co-op game, but World of Illusion... Sorry, Castle of Illusion for me was my absolute favourite. Absolute favourite. It really, for me, personally, set the benchmark for platform games. And of course, Sonic the Hedgehog followed a year later. It did. And there's a lot of things in there, a lot of elements, which you can pick from Mickey and maybe say to future platform games. This is where it all started. Is that controversial to say? I don't think so. I'm going to put some gameplay up and let you see for yourself. Because I reckon a lot of games have taken elements of this and put it into their own way. Particularly Super Mario World. And that's a question I was going to ask. I don't actually know which came out first. I think this did. But there's a level in here, in the castle, in the tower, where there's blocks falling down. And it does awfully look similar to Bowser's Castle when you're playing Super Mario World. Let me know what you think in the comments. Well, let's get excited. This is a really fond favourite of mine. It was probably one of the first major platform games I played. Obviously, I had an Amiga before, so there's tons of platform games on that. And the Master System, of course, there was. But for me, this was my first... I thought when I played this game, wow, really wow. It actually looks like a cartoon. Of course, Cuphead's recently I've taken that to the next level. That is insane. And that's a Netflix cartoon coming out soon. Cuphead, what a game. But this, back in the day, in 1990, playing a video game which looks like a cartoon was incredible. The animation. Let's put up some gameplay. I played it earlier on. Let's have a look. Let's talk through it. That's why I like it, why I get excited about it. The story of the game is to rescue Minnie, who's been captured by an evil old witch who wants to steal Minnie's youth. So we enter the Castle of Illusion, and behind 5 doors, 5 fabulous levels are revealed. And I love the way you approach the door. You get a little sneaky peek inside what's behind the door through the keyhole. Let's have a look at the game. So the first level, it looks wonderful, don't it? Look at it. It looks great. Look at the layers, the way they scroll across the background and the foreground. And I love the way Mickey walks. He kind of bowls through the forest, collecting those apples which you can throw at your enemies. You got little mushrooms, these fungi mushrooms. You got the mini trees you bounce on, and they make that beautiful little glitter effect. The little animations there are awesome. And I love the way he walks. You got the flowers spitting out the seeds. The animation looks wicked. And there's an amazing bit here, kind of Indiana Jones style, where you swing across the ropes and then you have this crazy big apple chase you down. Oh no, I thought 5 a day was supposed to be good for you. As the level progresses, it kind of gets darker and moodier. You got the spiders, you got the atmosphere of a level. The forest is getting deeper. You see it in the trees there. It looks amazing. And the webs have got little raindrops on them. You see them there. And the spiders, the way they come down is quite magical. And then the forest turns really moody. The cloud gets dark. The clouds are black. The mushrooms turn into ghosts, and the first boss is awesome. He's like a tree, and his face comes off as a log and rolls around and tries to get you. As he hits the trunk, the seeds come down, the acorns, and you can defeat him. It's awesome. The second level is great as well. It's the toy level. You got the soldiers, you got aeroplanes, you got clowns, you got Jack in the Boxes, the soldiers come down. It all looks so magical and so colourful. This level's so vibrant. I love the bit when you get the key and you've got to run back down, all the stairs turn into slopes and you rush back down collecting all the gems. I don't actually know what the gems do. Were they for points? For a score? I don't actually know, but it's a great little bit where you just work your way up and you've got to chase your way back down on the slopes. The jelly, watch out for the jelly. You get stuck in there, but you've got the pop-up clowns, the Jack in the Box. It all looks incredible. And the planes, the way they fly. The bit I loved the most about this level was where it switches like that. And if you time it right, you can get your enemies. The screen flips upside down and back. It's a beautiful touch, and you've seen that in games to come. That's what I was referring to earlier. The storm level also, that's also awesome, ain't it? I mean, it's incredible. The way the background looks, these dark clouds with the orange sky, the sunset coming down. And then this level, it looks great. Look at the layers there. You've got the waterfall coming down. You've got the bats. You've got that different layers. And my favourite level was this. It was a kind of mix. It was a library and it was the dessert level. This bit's the library. And this was my favourite. It's all about the cakes. It's all about Mr. Kipling. You got the cakes. You got the cherries. You got ice cream. You got milk. You got cherries. You got dolphins which look like jelly beans. It all looks beautiful. Look at the sweets. Even the bridge is made of wrapped sweets, candy. It looks great, don't it? Look at it. This was my favourite level. Not only because I love cake, but it just looked fantastic. It just looked awesome. And the library, it really gives you scale of the size of the world. Look how little you are. And you've got these books with the little faces on them. It's all so creative and imaginative. It looks fantastic. They've got faces on them and the animations there. And you jump into the teacup and look at this. Swimming in a cup of tea with the sugar cubes spinning around and they're animated. And it all looks so wonderful. It all looks incredible. Let's get enthusiastic about it. I loved that level. And this boss was my favourite. Pete and the Dragon, Was Pete red or green? I can't remember, but his face looks kind of similar. That was a great boss. And this is what I was talking about, Mario, the blocks. I'm sure it was that the same year, actually. So, but those blocks, the way they fall down is kind of Super Mario World. And you've got knights in this level where they throw their weapons at you. The clock tower, you've got the spinning clogs, you've got the pistons coming down, the brickwork in the background and the foreground gives it depth. And this boss, was he a gummy bear? He looks like a gummy bear stroke man stroke bear. He looks like a gummy bear in his clothes. I've actually got a North Face jacket which looks a bit like that. A fleecy. And I love his face. way it animates, it kind of gets redder as it gets more moody and more angry. And the bit when you collect all the gems and it creates that rainbow so you can cross to the tower where there's the witch, the evil witch who wants to steal Minnie's youth. She casts the spell and she gets young, and it's kind of Snow White, and you've got the ghost spinning around and Minnie's in the bubble there who you got to rescue by defeating the witch. And this bit is great. This bit's awesome. Look at the ghost spinning around and he looks awesome. So, Castle of Illusion, a wicked game, but let me know in the comments on what you think. Is it a good platform game for you? Did you like it? Did you even play it? It's a great game for me, a personal favourite, and that's why it's good to talk about it, because that's where the enthusiasm comes from, right? Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. You know what it is. You know what it is. 60 bits and bobs. Yes!